Hi guys, so today I'm going to teach you how to make your own personalised wrapping paper. So forget buying all that gift wrap in the shops that cost an arm and a leg. We're going to jazz up some plain and simple wrapping and give it a little personal touch that people will love. So I'm going to show you 3 different ways that you can all do easily from home with easy materials. So the first way is with a brown paper bag. So you might see this if you've had a little delivery from me, those of you that are from the North London area. So it's just a brown paper bag. You can get these in like pound shops, anywhere like that. It's great because you can put little gifts in here, and we're going to turn this into a reindeer, believe it or not. So you'll need your brown paper bag. I think you can get about 10 for £1 or 8 for £1. It's really a cheap way to save money on wrapping. And then we'll need some white card or paper, and then the rest you can sort around this if you don't have them. So we need a black pen. It doesn't need to be permanent. I've got a permanent one, but it can just be any type of black pen. I've got some red card, obviously for the nose. If you don't have red card, you can use your white paper and colour it in with a felt tip pen or some paint, whatever you've got around the house that you can turn it red. And I've got this lovely glittery, I don't know if you can see that well, glittery card that I'm going to use for the antlers. But again, if you don't have it, don't fret. You could always use your white card and jazz it up that way. So this is a really simple one, and all you'll need is the following. So you will need to draw a big red nose. So I've got a bottle lid, it's just from an apple juice I was drinking, because I think that'd be quite a nice size shape. It's actually smaller than I anticipated, so I'll use this for the eyes. So if you use the corner of your paper, you'll get lots out of it, and you'll probably be able to do all of them. So just going to draw around. So I need 2 eyes to make this bag. There we go. So I've drawn my 2 eyes, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut them out. So try and keep them as circular as possible. Try and be quite neat as you go around. I'm just going to switch my glue gun on. You don't have to use a glue gun. You can use PVA glue, Pritt stick, that should hold it as well. Any types of glue you've got around the house. Perfect. So I've got my 2 little eyes. So what I'll do is I'll pop them on, but I'm first of all going to draw the black in the eye. So I'll make them sort of cross-eyed because it gives it a bit more of a cartoon effect. And then colour that in. Trying carefully not to get it on the table. And the same for the other eye. But you can do your black dots in a circle if you wanted to. It doesn't have to be the style that I've chosen. Use your own creative flair. So we've now got our 2 eyes, and what will happen is we will pop them on the bag, as you can see. So I'll have them about here in line with the handles. If I hold them, you should be able to see before I glue them down. Okay, so that's where we'll sort of have our eyes. You can add some eyebrows for extra expression. It's entirely up to you how you want to do it. So I'm just waiting for the glue gun to heat up. So while I'm waiting for that, I'm going to do the nose. So I did plan to use this, but it's actually quite small. So instead I have got my PVA bottle. So I'm just going to draw around that instead, because that's much bigger. I mean, what's a reindeer without a big red nose, right? Perfect, so you can see that's a bigger circle this time. And I'm just going to cut this out as well. Okay, so we've now got our red nose for our reindeer. So you can see it's starting to take some shape now. I haven't glued it on, that's why he fell down. So let's glue these into place and then we'll do our antlers. So just a little bit of glue, doesn't need much. So we'll pop the nose towards the bottom of the bag, like so. Then we'll put our eyes sort of in line with the handles. And sort of play around with them, see how you want to position them. So we've already got our reindeer taking shape. So I'm going to give him a few little eyebrows, so 2 little eyebrows, just to give him a bit more character, and you can see that's already made quite a difference. So now it's time to make the antlers. So I've got this nice glittery card, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to draw it freestyle on the back, so you can see the back is white for this one. We want them quite big, so what I'll do is I'll pop my paper bag here so I know the rough size, and I'm just going to draw them freehand. So I'm going to draw 2 straight lines up, and then we're going to sort of branch off, and I'll show you after. I'll hold it up in a sec so you can see what I've done. Once you've done one, you can just draw around it once you've cut it out, so they're both symmetrical and the same in size. You can always cut them down once you've got them as well. So I've just drawn a little antler like that. Just pop it up against there. It looks like it will be okay. Just double check for size. Yeah, that will be fine. So I'm going to cut it out now. Okay. Ooh. Sometimes it's easier just to cut a square out of your card. It depends how much you want to use this card after. Like I'm just going to chop it off here, so I'm not having to keep battling with the card. My life is a lot easier now, I've just done that. And there we have it, we have one little antler. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to draw around the other, to make the most of the card. Where I drew it this way up, I'm now going to draw it the opposite way down, so that I've got more space. So you can get more for your antlers. Ooh. There we go. So we're going to cut this one out too. Okay, so I've now got my 2 antlers. They should be identical because I drew round one. So I'm going to bring my little paper bag back and I'm going to open it out. And then what we're going to do now is we're going to slot them in. So I'm going to put them in the corners and I'm going to glue them down in a sec. Make sure you rub out any lines because on the back obviously people will be able to see it. But this is what it will look like. So let's just get some glue and put it along the bottom stretch. Again, you don't need very much. Because I've got glitter card, it can be quite coarse, so a glue gun is probably better to use. But if you're using normal card, PVA will be just fine, or a glue stick, entirely up to you. There we go. So I've just stuck them on the inside here, not too far in because you don't want to lose the effect of your antler. And there we go, we have one reindeer gift bag. You can pop it out, you can pop your gift in there, and hey presto, you've made your own gift bag. See how simple that was? Easy.